Hello all, and welcome back to a summary for our Houses of the Blooded game for the last two sessions. Bees and Secrets. So on this excursion out into the world, the group went to Eric's, who was holding a party. The intention was to reveal some new secret knowledge that his count had been gathering for some time. Things went as expected, much socializing and discussing with the other barons willing to risk being seen there, and the interesting couple things such as Thea's new haircut, bees, and Lily. Lily, being who she is, darted around the house, eventually found out someone was stealing. So after some socializing and Lily breaking in and many panicking that a orc was rushing through the moment, once everything was calmed, it turned out there was a thief. Attempting to look into things, they determined that this thief had escaped, so Lily was sicked on them. Thinking nothing more of it, the group returned to the party. More discussion happening until they found poor Sarah out with the bees. The bees! Alright, and with that, Lily was in there eating them. The bees, that is. Lena, not pleased with her orc's behavior, told her to come inside, waving her in. Lily jumped through the window with a smash, dragging the body behind her as bees began to flood. Interesting notice. Men are super allergic to bees. Dragons are even more allergic. Continuing on, everyone ran into the hallways, shutting the door behind them, leaving Lily in the large room by herself. Lily banged on the door, asking to be come in, and someone opened the door. A few people got stung as Lily was forced back out and the bees emerged. Many ran as Sumner grabbed a torch and some very flammable alcohol, and with a breath put an end to these bees. It was then people were pulled back into Golan, who, using incense and other techniques through Katrin, managed to purge the illness from the two men who were struck only once or twice. Eventually everyone was reassembled as Golan went out and collected everyone, and Aiden found himself in the kitchen by himself, eventually ordered by the Count to go back in. He decided to wander around at that, and with everyone back in the study, the pieces were about to be presented until Golan noticed one was missing, one that was stolen by Aiden earlier. With a sigh, Golan said that he would leave the room and give the thief a chance to return his property. After much discussion and socializing, Golan returned and it wasn't back. So he ordered all of his barons and the Count in the room to leave the room, telling Margot to watch the door as she unslung an axe, and left again. This time the properties were returned. Not before Alicia had bumped into the pedestal and was leaning against it when it needed to be put back. As the party carried on, more socializing happened. Many agreements, which I'll read out at the end, were established, at least those that were not fulfilled immediately. Eventually, Golan returned. Seeing that the project was back, he finished setting up and brought some new technology to the land. Regional wastelands, which produce poison and possibly other things, though he is not certain of it yet. Beehives, a holding that can be used by beekeepers to produce honey. Honey is capable of acting as food or luxury. The technology to train beekeepers, very important. And the finer instruments on producing armor as goods. He feels that this technology was built on very strong in the capital, though he's not sure why. With that, everyone left. Golan offered two resources of whatever someone wanted in exchange for secrets, and not many people took him up on that as better offers were on the table. Speaking of, other than the agreements that were finished by the end of the session, we have some promises that were made. 3 metal will be delivered to Isla from Escalar in return for 3 luxuries, which we will pick up at the end of summer. 1 spice for 2 secrets for Aiden, which will be delivered by the end of summer. Zoltan has been hired as a herald. This NPC requires a rank 1 good and 1 food per year. And finally, a rank 2 sword from Sumner. A rank 2 sword Sumner will create for Serene's son before the winter in exchange for the secret she provided. And with that was the summary for the last 2 sessions, guys. Hope everyone had fun. I'll come generate some scenarios for the summer. We'll vote on them like usual. And until then, I hope everyone has a good 2 weeks. Bye for now.